Hey guys, welcome to a song or story a day. This is kind of like a weird experimental channel where I put out approximately like a 1 minute song or a good one-page story a day. Now I don't exactly know what this channel is going to be, other than the fact that it obviously has to incorporate a song or a story every day. Except for this video. I'm gonna let myself cheat a little bit and get away with not producing any of those for this video because this is my introduction, and as you can tell, even the camera is not too sure what to do. Well, I guess a little bit about me. I am someone who's just trying to put himself out there and be a bit more confident about what I do. And I think it's it's definitely a fun way to do it, either in story or a song. I don't have too much musical talent. I've played the piano for a bit, but I'm not very great at it. And I can't say that I have very good melody or harmony or anything like that. So I don't know if the songs I make will be any good, but they'll be short. So at least if they're terrible, you won't have to listen to it for long. Or if it's really bad, you can just hit the mute button. I mean, if you're watching this at all, I appreciate that already. So you don't have to listen to the whole song. Now, I'm probably going to be writing stories more than anything else. And what I'm thinking with stories is, well, I've always really liked writing. And I always believed that I think writing stories about yourself, the things that you care about, the things you've experienced, can make for pretty good stories, could make for pretty good tales. And my plan is to sort of write out maybe fictional stories, but maybe not so fictional stories based on my life, and just make it a sort of third person perspective thing, and just write out a small one-page story that I think might be fun to read over this recording. Now, one thing I want to do is make sure that none of the recordings are sort of pre-recorded. This is sort of just going to be done in one take, and whatever happens will happen. And I'm also thinking of maybe having two separate channels, one for the finished product, and maybe with a little bit of editing, and then one where you just sort of see the whole process of me trying to write the song or trying to write the story, and I don't know, maybe that'll be fun and nice and intimate. As for my choice of clothes, I'm wearing pajamas right now. The reason I'm wearing pajamas is because, you know what, this is probably going to be strange and challenging enough without me having to worry what I'm going to look like. And how can you be more comfortable than in a pair of your favorite jammies? Um, so, maybe that's a little bit weird, but hopefully enjoyable and intimate in its own weird little way. Um, I mean, that's basically the introduction to my channel. I hope that this is less strange and embarrassing as I think it is in my head, and hopefully you enjoy a bit of whatever content there is to come. Once a day, probably after I get home and can relax and think about what kind of story or song I want to write about. And you know what? I'm more than happy to take suggestions in the comments if anyone has anything they would like to suggest. Um, Anything else about me or this channel? This chair behind me, it's a gaming chair. Now, I don't game much anymore, and it's not as though this chair is particularly comfortable, but you know what? It's a great chair. I like the chair, so I'm not going to speak ill of it. I think it's a great chair. Um, yeah, I hope to see you all soon. Hope you enjoy the stories and songs that I'll have for you. I'm sure most of them will be somewhat interesting, even if not in the most positive of ways. But, even if they're not the greatest things, I hope they come from somewhere true and genuine for myself, and, just exploring that will be worth whatever whatever embarrassment and silliness comes out of all of this. Alright, well, I'll see you for now. Until tomorrow.